God honors those who have a pure heart. Well, thank God. We're waiting, I guess. It is an opportunity to be here tonight. Big opportunity here. How many people started churches because they was mad with their pastor? Well, because God called them. And it was- Okay, we are waiting for our guests so that and whatever you are, we want to thank God again for being part of the show tonight. Thank God you're here tonight. Next morning, wherever you are, special guest is going to be turning in, and we are here. A special guest is in, and we're going to be going straight into our show. The Hour of Empowerment. The assignment is a special show tonight. Probably wherever you are, again, you're most welcome. And whatever you are watching from, whatever you will be watching from, we are here. And we are here with one of our special guests tonight. Last week we talked with Dr. Lee Plain from Washington, D.C. and concerning his assignment. And this hour, actually, we talk about the assignment of Every person that is born on the planet, on the sun, have an assignment. And this show is actually made to showcase those of us who are really, really, really on an assignment, not just preaching the word of God, but what you're doing, what is your dominant, probably your gift in you. And we say we're not just going to be talking about a person who maybe is a pastor. No, this show is all about promoting and then talking about our gifts inside of us, talking about our ministry, talking about what we are involved in. So as we promote each other and talk about the assignment. So what is the assignment? What is the hour of the assignment? The hour of the assignment is about your personal profile and what you are doing. It's not about education alone. Now, sometimes people talk about education more than what they can do. So this whole show is not just about naming your doctrine and all the thing, but what are you doing? What are you doing to change society? Or probably as a church, a pastor, probably, or bishop, or as a person who involved in different skill work, and you have done something in your community or are doing something. This show also you can be featured here. Matter of fact, tonight, not to give our time, will be coming up, but then we want to call on our sister from all the way from UK, and she's already here, and we just give her the time to introduce herself, and then we'll be going into our program. Says Abby, the floor is yours. Can I hear you? Your mic is like
Okay.
okay, I got you.
Is
Okay.
it better? Yeah. So I just want to first of all say thank you for calling me knowledge about the topic and also sharing my passion to the word. And it is an honor to be, invited to come out the thank you so much. It is these platforms that give us the current information that we need to survive. And these platforms are the voice of many voices.
Yeah.
And all of the listening audience, thank you. My name is Madam Abba A. Anderson, daughter of Liberia, lived in the UK, and happy to be here with you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. And also I just not to apologize, but your time there is. I know you're supposed to be sleeping, but again, this is an assignment, and when I talk about the assignment, I will tell somebody. I said, well, I can be sleeping, and somebody called me and say, "Oh, Pastor Jarvis, like pray," and I answer the call. I got to jump on the call and start praying because I'm on seven. And that's what this whole thing is about, the assignment, because you don't know where your friend is, what problem they are in. And the whole thing about the assignment is about probably somebody could be, you could be someone who don't even have anything, but you took some step and did something that is your assignment. Maybe God is calling you to do something. Since I've been honestly actually having to be a Liberian, and like she said, about how many Liberians who want to take the steps she's taking, especially in the area. What draw my attention and what is drawing our attention to her work is that because of the job she have decided to do. And not many of us will look at the full basket, or probably the thing that will help out our country, Liberia, because I will tell you the truth, Liberians and Liberia, actually would depend on Liberians. If Liberia will not take the stand, Liberia remain the same. So what is drawing our attention, even for the community engagement, level, is about the interests of a person, what an individual like says, I'm sitting here today that is taking a very big step and looking back in our country and seeing that, well, we will have to import, and most of the time, and people dependence on others for survival. And nobody want to take the step, nobody want to to go into something that is going to help many. So today, again, I just want to say again, you are welcome, Sis Abby Anderson. And I know that you have some challenges. I know that, well, all is not just well, but I know you already know what you have been called to do on this assignment. So when we say on the assignment, we mean, well, okay, maybe somebody will be talking about, maybe God didn't call you to to do what you're doing. Maybe God is no. Your assignment could be, God could call somebody just to be the usher of the church, just to be probably the one that is going to prepare the community, the one that will provide food for the poor, the one that will say, okay, I'm going to take this stand. It is an assignment. So again, thank you for taking the stand, and I want to thank God that God give you the grace to continue to do what you're doing. And to call you up now, I just want to know what you think. What motivated you to really get into this whole thing called agriculture?
Thank you, Pastor Jared. First of all, to all Liberians and partners of Liberia and associates across the nation, knowing Liberia as a country within the West Africa, Liberia has been faced with numerous of challenges, and some of us happen to be first-hand experience of the numerous of challenges that have been going on. And if we go back in the days, we were heavily into war that lasted decades.
Mhm.
And experiencing war gives another feelings of how you see life and how life is.
Yeah.
We can sit back and read, or we see videos, but that does not really give you the experience
Yeah.
compared to you walking out into it. And many of us today in the diaspora can attest that one of the things that cause more death in the face of our war
Mm.
was the shortage of food.
Yeah.
And those of us that were around, we watch our neighbors, family, friends, and the whole country shutting down. Not only that we were haunted by the bullets, but we were heavily haunted
Mm.
by the food insecurity.
Yes.
And we can attest that every community has paid the price.
Mm.
The price of losing a community member,
Yeah.
a friend, a church, just name it, social gathering, everyone and
Mm.
every community have their own experience when it came to this war.
Yeah.
And what was one of the key reasons of the war? If we go back and see what led to the war, has not been answered.
Mm.
And this is what drew me. I realized that we had this war, we thought that yes, one particular person is the problem. But we realize that
Mm.
the problem is the root. And that root, unless it can be well addressed, there
Yeah.
is still a problem.
So.
And in order for us to actually solve this problem, we
Mm.
should know what is the problem. What is this problem that is causing lives, that is causing a whole nation to shut down, that is also causing physical, emotional, and different you know, state of mind? What is affecting us
mm,
that we are not addressing? What is our key problem that we are yet to discover? And then I realize that not only that I went through what I went through,
okay.
seeing physically a friend, a family, or the neighbor dropping and dying because they
Mm,
lack food. I was able to watch pregnant women
mm,
who no longer gave birth because they were short of food. And that capitalized on the strength of their capability of giving birth.
yeah.
And that also went on to individuals
Mm,
and children as well. And I watched communities sinking, and I watched myself going through a physical day
mm,
that we were like only water we could find to drink.
yeah.
And even that water
Mm,
was not purified
yeah.
enough to sustain us.
So,
And
mm,
after walking through this all, I then sat down.
mm,
We had to walk days
wow.
without food. It's not that you just don't have food and you have peace. But we didn't have food, but we still didn't even have peace.
Yeah.
You see, it's one thing to have one thing lacking, and
Mm,
it's another thing to have two major things lacking. So what
yeah.
happens is that the brains then shut down,
Mm,
and all we were looking for is the answer. The
mm,
answer of why we must be able to go through what we're going through, or why are we still going through what we are going through till today.
mm,
And now
yeah.
I did back and realized that on a fateful day, in the midst of the heat of the war,
Mm,
I watched myself drowning out of hunger,
oh,
where my strength could no longer give me the ability to run no more.
mm,
I had given up. I could not run because there is no nutrition to sustain me,
mm,
help me get to where I was, to how I meant to get.
mm,
All of these things, it took one lady who had a cassava. She just broke a piece of
mm,
that cassava. And I took that piece of that cassava. Just by taking that piece of cassava, brought me back. It was not as much as I would expect, but there was
mm,
a hope that was brought back to the empty vessel
yeah.
because my vessel was then gone. I didn't think I could make it any longer. I didn't
Mm,
think anything else. I didn't have the physical, strength to be able to help myself. But that cassava meant a whole lot to me.
mm,
And so today, I'm just so grateful for just
grateful
that
God.
cassava.
Mm,
And I'm then look behind and see how many people still
yeah.
need just a cassava to
Mm,
survive today.
wow.
As much as we want a better Liberia,
Yeah.
unless we can provide those substance that
Mm,
govern a better Liberia, we will still have the same problem.
yeah.
What is the problem?
Mm,
The problem is we are still unable to
mm,
feed ourselves today. We ran into war, we fought all we can, but
mm,
yet we are still here tonight sending billions of dollars out of the country, not only for food, but all of our basic needs. And that brings us now into the crisis we
mm,
are in today. When we are talking about a broken economy, we are not just talking about the cash. We are also talking about the capability that the
yeah.
country has to sustain herself.
Yeah.
and the future generation.
Hmm.
So if I look back and realize
Hmm.
that indeed the true answer to the thousands of people that died, the true answer to our economy today, the true answer to why we must be able to feed ourselves lies right at the back door of
Yeah.
our home, where we have tangible and
Hmm.
growing economy that is lying to sleep without being
So.
invested into.
Hmm.
And this is why I boldly came out after getting that conviction, because it
Hmm.
takes you to be convicted.
Yeah.
It takes you to come to a point where nothing now can silence your thinking, because you
Yeah.
have been tried,
Hmm.
you have been faced with all numerous of challenges, but you still see yourself
Hmm.
for what you are doing
Wow.
endless
Hmm.
without looking for help or waiting for someone to tell you. You just feel that inside tells
Hmm.
you that if
Yeah.
you can be able to survive with a piece of cassava,
Yeah.
somebody needs that from you today. Will
Hmm.
you do that?
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
that's why I keep driving me to what I am doing. And I pray that many other Liberians will be convicted as I am, that we can then look at this
Yeah.
as a situation that needs urgent
Hmm.
uh, response. Because as we speak now,
Hmm.
this 2024, we are likely
Yeah.
to buy our basic commodities more than 10 or no, more than 4 to 5% higher.
Hmm.
Why? Because right now, the international community we rely on heavily, like India, other countries, and Europe, and the rest of them, they also have their own price.
Yeah.
As we sit here right now in England, one of the growing commodities that is high on all markets, and yet it never runs dry.
Hmm.
Everyone turns into it.
Yeah.
The food industry is making billions of dollars.
Hmm.
And in order for us to address the situation where we say there is no job opportunity, to give opportunity at all levels,
Hmm.
this is where I think we can find the answer.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I hope this answer will continue to touch the hearts of many Liberians,
Yeah.
and also to our newly uh, president as
Yeah.
well, because he were able to speak about agriculture and way
Hmm.
forward as well.
Yeah.
Because unless we can have agriculture right, every other thing will not still go right.
Yeah.
We cannot afford to consistently wait
Hmm.
to decide
Okay.
how much we can eat and what time we can eat,
Hmm.
what we can, why we must eat, what the taste we
Hmm.
require.
Wow. Hmm. Oh.
So as we we embark on the journey of new Liberia,
Hmm. Well, we just want to say if you're watching,
our country,
yes. Hmm.
to get involved now, to change the way we have been, to
Hmm.
save
Yeah.
us, to rebuild our
To rebuild. Hmm. Wow. Think Liberia, love Liberia, and build Liberia.
At the time I started this yeah.
Hmm.
At the
Yeah.
time I started this journey, I will tell you I was 1 in a million. And it was like it's not possible.
Yeah.
But as
I
I
know.
continue to advance in this awareness, I
Hmm.
can then see the multitude of
Hmm.
those that have been waiting for this opportunity to come.
Hmm. Oh
As
yes.
I continue to go into the different towns and villages,
Hmm.
I see in eyes
Hmm.
of many farmers who
Wow.
hoping that their lives can change
Hmm.
and they can also be able
Yeah.
to produce at a large scale.
Hmm.
So food prices will not increase, but
Yeah.
rather we will have organic food that will serve as a nutrition
Hmm.
to our health.
Yeah. Hmm.
And this is why I'm calling and I'm not recommending until we see it come to light.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
believe a better Liberia
better Liberia.
must start with what we can do
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you so much. The last word, then what we can do and do together. So, you begin to talk about one of the things I grab from you is you begin to talk about when you're in that problem and it was just a cassava, and when we talk about the assignment, there are people that are listening and were listening that have taken something called fear into them that they cannot take the first step, especially when they see their circumstances surrounding out of their background where they come from. So it's a journey, and like we talk about the assignment or looking at what you've been talking about is also a kind of motivation to those who are thinking well negative about themselves. Sometimes looking at where Liberia is, where Liberia come from, and where we expect to go. Right now, like you said, I'm going to be coming in later, probably after our break. But if you look at the present situation with the current government, and I'm monitoring, and I know that we are possibly thinking about some changes, and as you see from the beginning of what we are seeing, and agriculture actually, like I said in my beginning opening, I said as a food basket, as a kind of foundation or something. We're talking about future, and you are seeing something, one of the challenges, and the challenges are something that can stop other people from going forward. And then I see the motivation in you that no matter what the challenge was, you did not, and now you can see gradually that things are picking up. So it is because of the assignment. I tell people, I say, it's not, don't look at the billionaire thinking of doing something. You just say, oh, it's just normal. Sometimes they don't understand how God can use the ugly thing to shame the world. Sometimes God can use somebody in order to be the food basket for a nation or a group of people. That is the assignment. That was the assignment in that time. Your assignment could be probably that you couldn't be even someone who close to God, but God will use you,
Mhm.
in order for you to do something on that time. Is that assignment that God gave you, but you don't know whether it was God. You see, so but like you,
It's
you
true.
you know that you have your obligation as a citizen of your country, and you believe that when God said go, many people start to try to marginalize women, and those of us who promote women's right, and not because we believe in women, no leadership, no, we believe that everyone is equal under the law, one on everyone is equal, even on the God's ring. Okay, not talking about our husband and wife thing. We're talking about the reality of what it is. So, like you as a lady, now we expect for a man to rise up at to come up too. But we know many men are into agriculture. So I want to say to those of us who are listening, as you look at the challenges in some of the things that we do, the ABAC organic food actually has been monitoring, and there's a new down in Liberia taking over when it comes to the agriculture, joining others who were there before, but probably maybe going ahead in the vines technology. So we're gonna come back after our break, and I'm gonna ask some question about where are we when it comes to the foundation. I mean the control of what we are doing, and how can we change our present day to modern day in Liberia. Okay, so we're coming back. Let's just take a break, and we're gonna be back right now. Okay. We're back. And welcome again. We just want to ask what are the plans? Probably since I'll be Anderson, what is the plan that you have in order to take the agriculture to a different level as compared to where we are in our thinking in the industrial revolution and in the new technology? Did you get a question? Where where do you
Thank
want to take?
you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for that brilliant question.
yeah.
So what we have in mind as our okay, the line keep breaking out. Are you getting me now?
I'm getting you clear now. Now, yeah,
Hello? Are you getting me?
yeah. Can you hear me?
I think the line.
Can you can hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me right now? Are you
Hello?
here?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm.
it's
I,
like the
I'm
line
hearing you.
can.
Can you hear me? Can you get me? Are you getting me clear?
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
And so I we are on the road of first of all building the agricultural sector,
yeah.
but add value, yeah, but adding value to agriculture.
Okay.
And in order for that to add value, as I'm here,
Hmm. To add value. Yeah,
hello. So I'm
yeah.
saying we are, yeah, yeah, I'm here.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing
Yeah.
you now. To add value.
So we are on the roadmap. Of, yeah, yes, I'm getting you.
You're on the.
I'm getting you.
I'm getting you too. Also,
And
just
so we are on the roadmap
yeah.
of building the agricultural sector. So the Abba Organic Farm, Liberian Farmers Union, is working with farmers all across Liberia in order to add value to their life and to the economy as in general. So why we started that, we believe that the 20th
Mm-hmm.
agricultural sector needs a new skill.
Yeah.
We think there is a need for skill improvement in the sector. We also think that we need to inspire new generation to look at agriculture the way of life and add value to our lives. We want to build the brand
Yeah.
to with all levels of life. We want to make agriculture a passion, a place where you can have your skills and you can have employment.
Mm.
As we have many mouths to feed, we must
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. We have a slide there. Many mouths to feed, and we need to do the rest we can. I think it's from her end, probably from her end there. But again, we're here. We're here. We're here. We are here, and we want to say join us quickly. We're here, and as we look at the the organic the situation of agriculture in Liberia. We are talking about agriculture in Liberia as a whole, and what it brings to the table, what the organic actually the Abbott organic actually food bring to the table in Liberia. So probably since Abby Anderson, she's going to be coming back, but again, it's all about building Liberia, making Liberia to be a nation that we believe can change well the thing that we hope to change when it comes to how this whole thing when it comes to agriculture is all about. So the ABBA Foundation or the ABBA Organic Agriculture Organization is actually been there. They haven't been the funder of that noble institution. I think is all about um, driving it and making it to be the best. And I tell you, is it's all about the kingdom. It's all about so the Abba Foundation, the Abba actually agricultural uh, sector is growing according to her, and being the head, she is the founder of that institution, and so we want to say again, she's going to be coming in, and those of us who are watching want you to know that we are talking. We've been in conversation. We are in conversation with Sis Anderson. We know that the live is slacking, but again, she's back, and it's good, to when we talk about the whole thing of technology, and she was talking about technology, how the intent of the abac of organic farm. So again, we want to join her. Sis Anderson, are you there?
yeah, yeah, I'm back now. I'm so
Okay,
sorry that the
no, no
network
problem.
went out.
That technology, we know.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, so as the question was about the agriculture, what our plans are, and I just want to openly explain this to the general listening audience.
yeah,
We intend to add value
value. Yeah,
to agriculture. We intend to work with farmers and
yeah,
upgrade their skills
hmm,
because we believe that in order to cope with this modern technology, we
yeah.
need to incorporate new skills
New
that
skills.
will work in line with the growing demand of the future.
Yeah.
And when we are looking at the production of agricultural products right now, we must respond rapidly to the
Mm.
demand of the population.
Yeah.
And as the population grows, we
Mm.
then need to provide another means to support the growth.
Yeah.
Remember, we have at least 3 meals a day.
Mm.
That
Yeah.
is individually, and
Yeah.
that is the standard. But we have some goes 4 or even more.
Yeah.
So these are people that is still in the various community and in different nations as well. So we should not underestimate that the mindset of growing food must
Yeah.
respond to the demands of those of the consumers.
Yeah.
So as we expand in the consumption, we must also expand in the
Yeah.
production.
Yeah.
So as an organization, as a people, and as a nation,
Mm.
we must be able to grow new skills to allow those farmers
Mm.
to have food on the market affordable
Mm.
and accessible to every being.
Yeah.
That is our plan. We just don't want to just grow food. We want the food to be accessible. So if you wake up at 2 a.m. and you just want to eat a banana, you do not have to wait 7 days or next year before you can eat that banana. The
Yeah. Sure.
idea here is that you can afford to have a banana right in your house
Yeah.
because the price is affordable. You can
Mm.
then afford to maintain a better health style because you can afford the meal that is necessary for the nutrition of your body.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
these are the areas where we want to strengthen. We want to grow the skills and we also want to match the production
Grow the
with
skill. House of production.
the consumer, making that area that has been a broken path. We
God.
want to
Yeah.
smoothen it. We want consumers to have what they want and what time they want it and are affordable.
Mm.
We do not want to just grow on a massive level without, being
Yeah.
able to process it. So all
Mm.
of these areas are places the Aba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union is working behind closed door to succeed in making sure that the homes will no longer go without food. Our hospitals will not be lacking food. Our schools will have schools meals. And then we will also be able to have our community
Mm.
affording the food they want
Yeah.
at the
Wow.
time they can.
Mm.
And this is where
Oh.
the organic farm stands right now. So that is why if you go on the page of the Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union, we are going from counties to counties, getting in touch with local farmers. We do not just want to work, and
Mm.
with our thinking. We want to engage the
Yeah.
farmers,
Mm.
know their plans, know
Yeah.
their capability, and then
Mm.
build their skills. This is why we're
Wow.
carrying on interviews.
Mm.
Those interviews are then going to characterize, the plans of how to tackle
Mm. Yeah.
those plans. Like, for
Mm.
example, when we are talking about bringing in skills, we want the local farmers who have been farming for years and yet
Yeah.
cannot even afford for
Mm.
themselves to benefit this this
Yeah.
program. We want
Mm.
to engage, those professionals that have graduated, selling
Yeah.
by lanterns, using
Mm.
candles, and burning the green, so they
Yeah.
have a place to work. We
Hmm.
also want to extend to the newer generation to
Hmm.
see that this is a place of employment,
Yeah.
that you can learn a skill and then
Hmm.
you can have an employment any
Yeah.
point in time. We
Yeah.
also want to use the time to encourage more students who
Hmm. Okay.
not only with the degree, but also with the skills
Hmm.
to be able to open their own businesses.
Yeah.
That is the empowerment program we are working on. And
Hmm.
we are hoping that that starts this year. This is
Wow.
where we are right now. Trying to this start at least
Wow. Yeah. It's so wonderful, so wonderful, so wonderful. Of this, Abby Anderson, been so great, kind of vision and with the assignment field that God has given her, and as she said, man, you know, looking at in the food bin at the time you want it or you need it, and and looking at the technology that we the different world we find ourselves in this 21st century, and Liberia being a country that is rich, but actually lack the capacity to produce, because, well, that question can be answered by all the different technology that we see today. Probably the past we are past, and now we are going ahead. And what she's saying, it's the kind of time to get together and begin to understand that, look, we can do away with agriculture. We can there's a brighter future for Liberia, as I see inside of her and inside of others who will be coming after her, and even people who were there before her. I see the great thing coming up in Liberia, because organic food probably is a very big it's nutritional. It's gonna help us. It's gonna make people to know that, well, Liberia is going somewhere. And since Anderson, when you explain it, I'm a citizen, somebody who born in Liberia, went through a lot of stuff, and you know, sometimes I tell people that say it could be that God rescued us, or did not allow our mothers to go down to the other side of the road, probably to not
mhm,
allow us to come to earth, because when you everybody got a story. Probably when we were born and we're very little chicken, like a baby, something like somebody would look at it and say, no, this child is a witchcraft, or this child. And I'd like to explain my story,
mhm,
because it's like, well, had it not been that God would have told my mother, well, keep him, and where would I be today? So, and I was talking about abortion. I was talking about people who just take away babies that were, to be useful in society. And your assignment, when you look back and see where you come from, and I had not been for God, that cassava that were given to you, or probably it
mhm,
was a trauma. It was something that it was a stepping stone to your life. It was something that you could step
mhm,
on and live again, so that today many today are benefiting from you. And some of the guys who are on your farm, some of the guys who are working, had it not been for you, they would not work. So that's what we're talking about, positive mindset. Positive mindset. It is because you took this step. It is because where God delivered you from somewhere. It is because God delivered me from not being thrown up for dog to eat me up at the time I was young, a baby. So I
mhm.
I I, I look back and say, well, other situations that I passed through in my life, then I come to say, well, there is an assignment that God got me on this planet.
Yeah,
So those of us who are
yeah,
listening on the hour of assignment, we talk about positive thing. We talk about how can we change our community. What is the church role? What is the community role? What is the religious people role? What are you doing that is going to affect society? You might be taking it to be light, but our motivation, her timing in what she's doing, She have taken somebody from poverty. She's taking somebody from poverty that have been part of her team. If you listen to some of their story, also, we might be bringing some all in the future. But if you listen to some of the story of her team who have joined her, and they start telling you where they were, then of course you understand that it's something that God could do with anybody to be what, to save somebody from somewhere. So again, says Anderson, by the special grace of God, God is going to give you the grace, and the assignment that God had
Yeah.
given you, it's not just to throw the food. It's not just to probably to find the different uh expertise or people around the world to be supporting you. No, not only that, but it's also to begin to help the little people there. I can see that many of those people that are working now, they are getting little bread on their tables.
Yeah.
But it was because of
Yeah.
your positive, it was because of your positive mindset that you rose up. You did not think, oh, I can't do it, man. I need to enjoy myself. I'm in the UK. What a time I have to talk about this stuff. And again, for those of us who are listening, sometimes we say those things, we forget to know that only 1 hour God could have for us to live on this planet. We don't have
Mm-hmm.
our life in our hands. Tomorrow, God could say, my son, my daughter, come home.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the
It's so
legacy?
true. That's so
What
true.
will be the legacy? To say, oh, yes, at least I left something, even if I'm not around, my children or the people that are left, if they can take care of it, my legacy will remain. So we own this assignment not because we want to get the riches. We own this assignment because we want to leave a legacy that will leave for our generation.
True.
And
Yeah.
again, before we can go to our conclusion, I'm going to be calling you at least for 5 minutes, and to give your parting statement. But I want to call on those of us who will be listening, or those of us who will watch this tape wherever we go in the world. We are going to be coming up with the community engagement and everything that we're doing, talking to people who have positive mind to go to Liberia and get in contact with her, and probably uh there are other things that out here we see the resources all over the world, not only in America, all over the world. There are billionaires that don't know where to put their money.
Mm-hmm.
And I think agriculture is one of the things that will help us to be self-sustainable. When people talk about sustainable development, people talk about something in long terms. And I think in our
Mm-hmm.
conclusion, I'm just going to conclude by asking her in her party statement what she have in her long term goal as she do her party statement. Says honestly, I gave you another maybe 4 5 minutes to tell us in your conclusion,
Mm-hmm.
your party statement, what you think you have in your long term goal, sustainable goal.
Yeah. What I think I have in my long term goal is to build the agricultural sector not only for Liberia but
Mhm.
Africa.
Africa.
I believe we have to just start with one, but there is no limit to what
Yeah.
God can do.
Yeah.
And I
Sure.
believe that this is not um, one country situation,
No.
but it's a global situation. I
Yeah.
have people coming and reaching out to me from
Hmm.
all over Africa.
Wow.
I have thousands of people in different countries in Africa that I never thought I could be heard in those places.
Hmm.
Even in French speaking part of Africa, they listen and follow me up. So it
Hmm.
tells me that this is going to
Hmm.
not just limit itself to Liberia alone, but I
Hmm.
think globally we are getting together. We are
Yeah.
grappling the new phase of
Yeah.
Africa. We are rebranding Africa.
Hmm.
We are now compiling our
Yeah.
ideas and sticking those ideas together for a better and a
better,
prosperous
better,
Africa.
and
We
prosperous.
want to erase the thinking and the notion that Africa is the poorest in the world. Now we want to place the new thing there. We want to change and transform Africa into the
Yeah. Hmm.
uh, global state where you can come from anywhere and
Yeah.
you can make it in Africa. Not that you have to make it because you are poor, but because there are going to be growing opportunities.
Yeah.
Relentless.
So.
We are going to now brand Africa to make
Hmm.
Africa self-sufficient. We are tired of different African countries depending on different Western and Asian countries for
Hmm.
food, housing, cement. I mean, just needed. All
Yeah.
of our basic needs are
Hmm.
still in the hands of those
Yes.
producers when we have the capability of producing
Yes.
it in Africa. So I
Hmm.
want to now wake up one morning and see Nigeria, Ghana, Liberia, Ivory Coast, and all of countries coming together and
Hmm.
producing
Yeah.
sustainably. And I know those voices of those that are looking for those to come, those visions are
Yes.
there somewhere.
Yeah.
They
There.
just
Yeah.
need us to start it. They are
Hmm.
there. There are a lot of people who
Sure.
want to see this happen. There are a lot of people who feel that there's going to be
Hmm.
a uprise to a
Yeah.
better community. And I know this is coming. I feel all over me
Hmm.
that it is about to come. Africa is taking a
Oh,
new turn.
yes. So true. Hmm.
It's taking a
So
new
true.
turn, and this will not stop with one place or one county or one district. This is
Hmm.
a global situation, and
Hmm.
we will face it. We
Yeah.
will go through it, and we will stand up tall. We
Yeah.
will now use the educations, the skills, and we will bring those skills
Hmm.
to be
Yes.
sufficient for us. We will
Yes.
not graduate and have all of the degrees and still remain poor.
Hmm.
It's a power to
So
have
true.
knowledge. But wisdom is
Hmm.
even more powerful.
Yes.
So we have now
It's
understood
ability.
that if you go and get the degree, it's good, but you need to put those degrees into action. And
Interaction.
this
That's
is where
where
we
I
are.
am. Yeah.
We have to
You
now
got me
gravitate
right
those
there.
degrees. Yes. I'm
Interaction.
tired of seeing a
Yeah.
graduate of
Hmm.
different academics and different
You got a lot of
institutions
degrees. Yeah.
with all the degrees, and yet we still find there's no jobs.
Yeah.
I am tired of seeing one of the biggest sector, which is the business sector. Yes, we have no production, we have no factory.
Businessman.
Yes, we
Businesswomen.
don't see
Yeah.
so many.
Big
I
business
am
guy.
tired of seeing those things. I am just
Hmm.
tired of
Oh.
seeing the same thing happening and nothing
No,
changing.
no result.
So
Yeah.
I'm ready to work endlessly with God's
Oh.
grace. I'm ready to inspire people to see things from a different perspective. I'm
Hmm.
ready to strengthen the agricultural sector with every opportunity given. I'm also ready to encourage our fellow African Liberians
Liberia.
everywhere that is listening to this live broadcast tonight.
Hmm.
Perhaps you want to go back. You are stranded of what to think, where to go, how to start.
Yeah. Hmm.
We are always here. We got your back. You
Yeah.
don't need to pay us.
Hmm.
We just want you to have the mindset. Tell us what you want, what you like, and we can give you the best advices we can
Hmm.
offer.
Wow.
We are not going to hide any advice from you. We will give you those advices and we will work with you.
Hmm.
And you do not have to pay us. We believe if we give you the knowledge, we are empowering you. And because we are empowering you, we are giving more empowerment. So
Hmm.
if you are listening and you truly have the mindset of trying to do something, you are just tired of the lifestyle you live. I am here in the Western world. I live here. So I know the difficulties families are facing. But there is no home somewhere that people. And
Yeah.
those rooms can open more doors for you.
Yeah.
Please call us We will give you a 5 minutes of our time and just talk to you and
Yeah.
lead you through those ways that will help you. It's just to guide you. I had an experience going back home as a lady who started a farming
Hmm.
organization. I had a lot of physical experience. Help us to help you. Call
Hmm.
us, and we will
Help us to
absolutely
help you.
be glad to help you do what you want to do.
Hmm.
I'd like to say thank you for giving me this opportunity. It has been wonderful speaking to you
Wonderful.
tonight. I
Wonderful.
cannot help being grateful.
I
I am
too.
just honored. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you, Mother Anderson. I too am grateful of being actually being connected to you. And I like to see positive people. The fact that I promote women's rights, or probably the work I do, I feel that I just like to be humble and see how to promote somebody who I see doing something, no matter what I may not have the money, I may not have, but I may have the opportunity to connect
Yes.
you to people who or to something that I never thought, well, it would have happened. You might have some opportunity to also connect me to something that I also don't have. So that is the whole thing about where we are driving. And I think I want to say in my party statement to all of us, those of us who are
Yes.
listening to the out of the assignment, um, this is Sis Abby Anderson, who is the CEO for the Abbott Organic Farm, and she gave a whole profile of mindset where she want to drive this whole vision, and I think it's going towards Liberia and even Africa and the world. So, well, we want to say to all of us, we are in this together, and I think we can make the world a better place. We can make Liberia a better place. To all Liberians, those of us who are listening to this tape, we want to say you are welcome to join her, to join us in our pursuit, in others to make a difference in our society. Thank you, Sis Abby Anderson, Mother Anderson. You are blessed. God bless you, and God will give you the grace. Let us do it together to make a change in our society. Thank you, and God bless you.